met when I was a kid, all right? So if there was, I probably would have been one of those kids, you know? So I don't begrudge Fred for doing what he's doing. I don't ever want to see it or hear it. That, the goddamn annoying orange thing, a lot of annoying orange. It had its moments. But, like, you know, you can go buy annoying orange at Toys R Us now, you know? So, anyway, all right, somebody else, hit me with a question. Yeah, here.
What's your favorite Pokemon character?
My favorite Pokemon character?
Like the actual animal.
The creature. All right, you got a good one there. Tepig is not my favorite, but that's a very, very cute, very well performed. Also, I'm very pleased with how that one comes out. I know this might be a boring answer, but Pikachu is fantastic. Yeah, that woman is unbelievable. Because with Pikachu, like, I'll use that as an example if I have somebody new who's going to play a creature, or somebody hasn't really played creatures before, and they're going to do a creature, I'll, like, tell them, I was like, you know, listen to the way this woman plays Pikachu, because she has one word to work with, 3 syllables, but she's so good and expressive, you can like always tell what she's saying. You know how Pikachu feels about a particular thing, and you know. So I think Pikachu is brilliant. My personal favorite for me, because I play a lot of creatures, I like the Rebel. He's very cute. Rebel's like, like that. So it's, you know, I really enjoy that one just because I have fun playing it, and it doesn't hurt also. Because some of the creatures hurt to do because they're very screamy and throaty. But anyway, so yeah, there you go. Blue shirt.
Maybe like an actor, how did you first get getting out there? When you first started off?
I went to NYU for acting, so you know, when you're there, you have a lot of opportunity to meet people. Here's a little wannabe actor tip for you. You have to be where the work is, okay? If you want to get training, right? So if you're getting training, you're going to college for acting in, I don't know, like Wisconsin or something, there's a little bit of, you know, probably theater. I'm sure there's like local ads on the radio and stuff like that in Wisconsin, but there's not a lot of big stuff. I went to school in New York City, where there is a lot of stuff, which gave me a 4-year head start on all the people who went to school somewhere else. So I started doing stuff then, but kind of got sidetracked by the rock and roll, which turned out to be reasonably successful. Thank you. But, you know, again, it just was like, I didn't really get into all this acting stuff until after I had been producing and directing. That's what I was saying before, is how I got my name out there. I worked with every studio in town and places in LA and all that stuff, and I sent them work. I gave them money and helped them pay their bills and had good relationships with them. So basically, when I was a free agent, I was like, hey, listen, you know, I'd love for you guys to audition me. You know, and I couldn't force them because I, you know, or whatever. I mean, it's not like, you know, you have to audition me or I won't give you any more work. Because I wasn't giving out work anymore. I was actually becoming their competition by having my own company, but I had fostered very good relationships with all these places. And I'm like, you know, I'd love to be auditioned if you're ready, you know, if you need me, whatever. So then they all started auditioning me and I started getting parts. And work begets more work, you know? And especially in New York, like with animation stuff for kids, especially like when I started working with them like 8 or 9 years ago, they were doing a lot of stuff. So as soon as you get on that, you know, because everybody in the world knows what Pokemon is, you know? So you can go to Africa and they're speaking the click language and you show them a picture of Pikachu and they're going to go, Pikachu, you know? So so like that's basically how I did it. It was through fostering relationships and then through going in and, you know, doing a good job, you know? Not being a dick and, you know, and getting the job done. So, yeah. What?
How did you actually find the work? How did you work?
They came to me. I already told, no, it's the same, the answer's the same. How did I find the work? Because I knew all the studios. I knew what everybody was doing. I was deep in that community, not originally as an actor. And honestly, like, now I have an agent who sends me commercial stuff, but, and occasionally animation, usually commercial stuff, but besides that, I've just gotten to know everybody, and everybody knows me, so I get, I just get calls for things, and sometimes I get calls from people that are handing me jobs, which is the best call ever, but sometimes they're auditions, so, I got audiobooks, I get, ESL, all that kind of stuff, and it's basically just because I know who I am. Yeah, you're on.
Okay. You've been in a lot of stuff. What's your favorite thing?
That I was in?
Yeah. Oh.
I don't know. No, it's a tough one. I mean, it's, all right, this is one of my favorite things that none of you will have seen. But I really love this job. There's a live-action movie that came out a couple of years ago. It was a big hit in Sundance, and it's a Norwegian horror movie called Dead Snow. Yes. Have you seen Dead Snow? Great. So if you see the English language version of Dead Snow, I'm the fat guy. So I'm the dude who has sex while he's on the toilet. That was one of my favorite acting, like voiceover acting gigs I ever had. It was sort of an unexpected thing, and it was this movie that was getting a lot of attention. They actually got like a limited theatrical release in English, which was also neat because that rarely happens with dubbed, especially dubbed live action. It never happens. But the character I played was like the funny fat guy. So if it was an American movie, it's like he would have been Jack Black. So he would sing, he would quote movies, he would do bad impressions of like Homer Simpson and Arnold Schwarzenegger, things like that. Yeah, well, I did this project and it was so much fun, and then, there was a lot of good buzz about it, but then I hadn't seen it for a while, and like a year ago, I was in Best Buy, and the Independent Film Channel, IFC, were the people who owned the rights, the worldwide rights to this movie, and all the IFC DVDs were on sale for like $7 each. And there it was, and I got it, and I watched it, and I was like, oh, this is so good, it was so much fun. So that is maybe my favorite, one of my favorite roles I ever played, because it was such a good time, and this wide variety of stuff, and so different from all the other stuff that I've done. I liked being Storm Shadow in G.I. Joe very much, because I had Storm Shadow figures when I was like 10 or 11, and then I got to be this guy. G.I. Joe Sigma 6 was not the most well-written show in the world, unfortunately. But, I had my run for like 2 years. I got to be Storm Shadow, and I had a great time, and I feel like we did a pretty good job. Scripts allowing, And so that was another highlight for me, just because it was like this. I mean, let's face it, Storm Shadow is the coolest guy in the show. So, next to Snake, but he doesn't talk. So I also played him. How about that? So that, yeah, that's all right. What's up?
I have two questions. How do you get the voice better?
All right, what's your other question? I just want to hear both.
What's what you do on the data? Why do you do it?
Okay, well, I'll answer the one. J. Michael Tatum, he's from Texas. He's a Dallas actor. You guys know who he is? He's a very attractive, polite gentleman. It was great working with him. He's a professional. He's fun. He's big. Not that matters, but from going to conventions and being out here and doing this for so long, I've gotten to know people in all the other markets, the anime markets and stuff. So whenever I can, I like to bring in out-of-town talent. I'm not always able to do it because with a show like Pokemon, where you have recurring characters, at any given time, a character could come back. And if that actor's in Texas or LA or whatever, then I need them and they're not there. But for like the last Pokemon movie, I had Tatum audition. I actually auditioned him in my hotel room while at Otakon. Yeah, it was like 2 in the morning. We'd been drinking, and he was really good. Take that out of context, please. So he ended up being part, and Leah Clark ended up being one of the female roles in it. So working with him was great. Being a voice director, how do you get into it? You don't. It's not really a job that exists so much. I don't know. I mean, if you're just a director, if you're good with working with actors, like, you know, a theater director or, you know, a film director, those are more technical. A theater director is really more like one-on-one working with actors. Maybe you have a shot. The thing is, I also do almost all my own engineering. So when I record Pokemon as well as direct it at the same time. And I edit all the dialogue at the same time, which makes me so efficient that they can pay me to do the job of like 3 people. Which makes it, that's why I've, always worked for 12 years in this business that has completely fallen apart, as you know, anime, but I've never not had jobs because I do all those things. So if you just want to focus on being a voice director, man, you're never going to get a job. Learn how to use the technology, how to do that stuff, how to do the things that are